So this part right here says take the derivative and set it equal to 0. It's also saying when is the slope of the tangent line equal to 0. Very important. So we need to take the derivative over here. The derivative of this is just going to be 1/2 or 0.5. And the derivative of cosine is negative sine. So together with this is going to make positive sine. And then set that equal to 0. And then we need to solve for x, so we would have move the 1/2 over, becomes a negative 1/2. And so we now have the question, when does sine equal negative 1/2? So on the interval from 0 to 2 pi, if you look at the graph of sine, it would look like this. And then the question is asking, when does that equal negative 1/2? Well, negative 1/2 would be here. So there's actually 2 places where sine is equal to negative 1/2. And then if we use the calculator, we can use sine inverse. Make sure that the calculator is in radians mode, because that right there is saying use radians mode. So we've got sine inverse of negative 0.5. And now there's 2 issues. One, it gives us a negative value, so it's actually finding a value over here. And we want positive values. And the other is this pi over 3, pi over 2, 5 pi over 6? What is it? So if you divide it by pi, then you'll see it's 1/6 of pi. If you don't see that that's 1/6, then just go to math. Just go to math. And the first thing is convert it to fractions. So x is equal to negative pi over 6. But the thing is we need positive values. So right here is pi, where it crosses the x-axis. And right here is 0, where it crosses the x-axis. And to find out our answer of negative pi over 6, we had to go over from where it crosses the x-axis by pi over 6. So we need to do the same thing here because these graphs are symmetric. So go over by pi over 6, which means that this is just to the right of pi by pi over 6, which means that it's 7 pi over 6. So 7 pi over 6 is another possibility. And there's another one right here, which is just to the left of 2 pi. So if you took 2 pi minus a pi over 6, that would be 12 pi over 6 minus a pi over 6 is 11 pi over 6. And that should do it. Now keep in mind that the derivative is telling you slope of the tangent line. So if we take a look at the graph of this thing, we should find out that the slope of the tangent line at these two values is 0, or in other words, it's a horizontal tangent line. So let's take a look at the graph. So there's the original function. Change the window to go from 0 to 2 pi. -3 to 3 for the y values. Let's see. Okay, so horizontal tangent line means that it was like this or like this. So there's two places where that happens. And we should try 7 pi over 6. So then trace and check 7 pi divided by 6. Yep, that's that one where it was horizontal just for a moment. And then also 11 pi divided by 6. All right, we seem to have both of them. Great.